Hello, Ryan Fritz here with Science of Cardio, talking to you about cold therapy. Cold therapy is a new technique or challenge on the body that's being studied a lot throughout the world. What it does is, some benefits is there's this huge mitochondrial improvement or benefit. So this is called mitochondrial biogenesis. So it's the repairing of the mitochondria, which is kind of the energy source that uses metabolism in your cells. So what they found out is that this kind of challenge or stress with cold therapies, showers, water, the cryo chamber with nitrogen, this increases brown fat cells over time. Brown fat is something that adults don't typically have. Usually babies have it, and then you have animals that hibernate like bears. The brown fat actually metabolizes or uses white fat cells for fuel. So this is pretty powerful. The average adult human doesn't have much brown fat because they're not challenged, and they don't need these kind of adaptations because we're in a controlled environment. So when you are really, really cold, your body is doing a ton of things to keep itself warm. So if you've ever shivered, that's your body subconsciously trying to warm up muscle tissue. Okay, this is a huge calorie demand. So if you've ever gone skiing or sledding out in the snow, or just shoveling, or you're out in the cold, maybe watching a sports game, your body is doing a ton of work to try to keep itself warm, and you go through a lot of energy or calories. Okay, so that's why we get tired if you come in, and kind of sit down. You get real sleepy after being outside in the cold. So a lot of kind of energy expenditure with cold challenges to your body. Okay, and then we have this increase in endurance in the mitochondria. So there was a cool study that they found out that endurance runners started doing cold therapy as part of their workout routines, and they had, I think it was like a 30% increase in their endurance just by adding this technique to their workout routines. There is some research being done, and there's a caveat. They're saying that if you do cold therapy right after a workout, it might diminish the benefits of inflammation. So inflammation is a good and bad thing. When you exercise, your body creates less inflammation that stimulates repair and fixing of cells or damaged cells or tissues. When you get into a cold environment right after exercise, we kind of kill that repair factor, if you will. So the research that I have seen recently is saying you want to wait an hour after exercise before you start doing cold therapy, so that you can get the full inflammation benefits and the repairing process that happens in the cells and the cellular level. Okay, again, when you're cold, you have vasoconstriction. Okay, so your arteries and your veins, they close up. Typically when you get cold, your hands and your feet will get cold first. Okay, what happens is your body pushes blood to your vital organs. So this is why we get frostbite on our nose, our ears, our fingers, and our toes. If we lose sensation, or we need to amputate a toe or a finger, it doesn't, destroy or kill us. So the body pulls or pushes all the warmth and the blood to the vital organs so that we can survive or stay alive for preservation. Okay, they've also found that this is a huge increase in immunity. So people that are doing this type of adaptations or challenges for a long time are getting sick less and having some really tough cells that are fighting off kind of bacteria and viruses and things. Okay, again, when you get into a cold environment, it really helps with nerve repair, okay, and also nerve regeneration. There's some work and studies being done on dementia and concussions. Currently, right now, they're saying that middle-aged people aren't having a huge influence with cold therapy on concussions or Alzheimer's or dementia. The research at the current moment is stating that when you do it at a young age, your body is really prone or very good at kind of preventing dementia and Alzheimer's. So some pretty fascinating information. Hopefully we'll get some more research and find out some neat things in the future. And then finally, the science behind everything is kind of epinephrine and norepinephrine are these kind of hormones in your body. They are the adrenaline hormones. When you get cold, your adrenaline kicks in and it stimulates kind of this thyroid and hormonal release. So some other good benefits. This might be a good technique, if you don't have time to get to the gym, you can have some influence on your thyroid and hormones in a positive way without putting a bunch of physical stress on your joints. So if you have more questions or want more info, check me out at scienceofcardio.com.